Hello, welcome to the Classical Guitar Practice Room. I'm James Caldwell. Today I have for you an easy piece of repertoire. This one is titled Vals, or Waltz. It is composed by Bartolomé Calatuyud, and it is the first in his collection titled Quattro Piezas Faciles para Guitarra, or Four Easy Pieces for the Guitar. This is a very nice composition in the key of E minor. The single sharp in the key signature tells us that it's either in G major or E minor, and this happens to be E minor. It is in 3/4 time, like most waltzes. I classify this as an easy piece, and that's a relative judgment. It is not difficult. There are a couple of things that make it a little bit beyond the beginner level. It's mostly down here in first position, or actually second position. We have a couple of effects where we slide up to the 7th fret, and at the very end there are some harmonics to end the piece. Let's take a look at the first measure here. First measure is easy. It's all open strings, and what I want to focus on here is what the right hand does, because it does it repeatedly throughout this piece. The first pair of notes are the open E strings, the 6th string E and the 1st string E, and we'll play the bass note with the thumb and the 1st string with the A finger. And the next two beats are G and B, the 3rd string and 2nd string, and we'll come back with I, M on the right hand. And that motion there is carried throughout this piece many times. So get used to doing that. In the second measure, the first beat is just the same as the first measure. It's the 2 E's with the thumb on the 6th string, A on the 1st string. And now we have an F sharp, which is the 2nd fret of the 1st string. We're going to play that on the left hand with finger 1. And on the right hand, we'll strike that with the M finger. And the 3rd note is a G. We'll play that with finger 2 on the left hand, and we'll pluck it with I on the right hand. So second measure, thumb with A, M, I. And now going between measures 2 and 3, you can see that there is a little line, a ramp. And the next note in the 3rd measure is a B up here. And that's telling us that we're going to use finger 2 and we're going to slide it. And then we play measure 3. So we have finger 2 now on the 7th fret of the 1st string, and that's our B note. We're playing the low E with the thumb on the bass note and A on the 1st string. And that's followed by the 2 open strings, G and B, so I, M. 4th measure is exactly like the 1st measure. Open E's, thumb and A, G and B, I, M, twice. So you can see right here, just the first 4 measures, it kind of establishes what's going on with both hands, really. I'll just play through those 4 measures. Now, in the 5th measure, we have a B7 chord, and if you know your chords, you might be tempted to play it like this. But that's not what we need to do here. We need to play that 5th string B with the 1st finger, and the 1st string F sharp with the 3rd finger. That is our first beat in that measure. Again, with the right hand, we'll have the thumb with A, playing the 5th string and 1st string. Now in the middle we have the A and the B, so the 2nd finger goes down on the 3rd string A, and we have the open 2nd string B. We'll pluck those with I and M. So again, the right hand's doing the same thing here. Thumb with A, I, M twice. In the 6th measure, we're playing around with this B7 chord again. Now we pluck the 5th string and 1st string for the B in the bass and the F sharp. We have a G on the 1st string. That's why we finger this B7 chord this way, because we're going to use the pinky here and back to F sharp. So measure 6. And with the right hand, it's thumb with A, M, I. Onto the 7th measure, open E's, and the G and the B. 8th measure, we just play a B in the bass here. I like to use my 1st finger on this B, and then we have the G and B open strings again. Now in the ninth measure, it's just like restating the beginning here. It's the same as the first measure, the two open E strings, thumb with A, I and M, plucking the G and B strings twice. Next measure is the same as the second measure, thumb with A on the two E strings, F sharp, pluck it with M on the right hand, G, pluck it with I on the right hand. Now going into the next measure here, we have this B again, but there is no ramp. And I think that is intentional. I think they want us to slide the first time, like between measures 2 and 3. But here between measures 10 and 11, I leave out the slide. I'm pretty sure that is what is intended. So I'll play this B with my pinky. So those two measures would be played like this, with no slide between the two notes. Moving on here, we're back to the open E's again. And last measure on this line, it's that B7 chord again. Again, finger 1 on the 5th string, finger 3 on the 1st string, F sharp. Second finger comes down on A, and we pluck the A and the B together with I-M twice. Beginning of the next line, we have this chord again. Thumb with A on the right hand. Pinky comes down for G. Lift off for the F sharp, and we pluck that with I. So that is A, M, I. Then the open E's and the G and the B. And then here's the open E's with some rests. That completes the first section. That's all centered around the E minor chord. It starts on the E minor and ends on the E minor. After the double bars here, we pick it up with the B7 chord. Again, fingering it with the first finger on the 5th string, third finger on the 1st string. Nothing new here. Second measure in this section, we play the F sharp, G, F sharp, just like we did before, to the open E's. A B in the bass here. G and B. Now on the next line, it's doing something different. We have an A in the bass. This is a little A minor chord. I and M will play the A and C on the 3rd string and 2nd string there. And in the next measure, we have this A minor chord again, followed by B and D. You can reach the pinky out here, the 4th finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret, to get that B note, and bring in the 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, to get the D for that one beat, and go back to the A and C with fingers 1 and 2. That's what's written there. That's a little bit awkward. I sometimes do play it that way, though. I think it can be played a little smoother if you just slide the 1st and 2nd fingers up off this A minor chord, 2 frets, and back. You can almost get a little glissando in there. You can hear it sliding around if you do it that way. So it does add a little more feeling to the piece if you play it that way. Okay, moving on, we have the low E and the G and the B. B in the bass here, G and B. Back to this B7 chord. Now in this measure coming up, we have this B7 chord. We're going to play the B and the F sharp. Lift off for the E. Put the 3rd finger back down for the F sharp. And again, the right hand's always doing this when we have 3 notes together here. It's A, M, I. And to the next measure, we have a G on top with the low E. Thumb with A on the right hand. G and B. To the open E's. And now here's something different. It's a C major chord. We have C in the bass on the 5th string. Now these two notes, the C and the E, I like to pluck them with A and M because it is the first 2 strings, and we've been using M and I on the 2nd and 3rd string everywhere in this piece. So this is one spot where we'll play A and M. And next we have this meandering bass line for 3 measures. And it can be dramatic if you start off loud. Halfway across there it does say Ral, which is telling us to slow down. So I like to start strong here, slow down, and get softer. So those notes are C, B, A sharp. So it's just a chromatic walk here. 3, 2, 1, C, B, A sharp. Next measure, B, C, B. Next measure is the A natural, G on the 6th string, F sharp on the 6th string, and that leads us back to the open E minor chord. So again, those few measures, all with the thumb on the right hand. Very nice the way it leads us back to E minor here. The remainder of the piece is just like the beginning. And here in this next measure we have this E, F sharp, G, and it indicates the ramp to slide up to B in the next measure. So I like to do the slide there. Open E's, B7 chord, B7 with F sharp, G, F sharp to the E minor, B in the bass, E minor. Now here we have these notes, E, F sharp, G. There's no ramp, so I play the next B with my pinky, and you don't hear the slide there. Open E's, B7 chord, B7 with F sharp, G, F sharp. The ending here, we hit the open E's. We have harmonics on the 3rd string G, the 2nd string B, and the 1st string E. And the way you do that is you take your hand up here. I like to just lay my 3rd finger right across the 3 strings directly above the 12th fret, and with the right hand I'll pluck I, M, A, and let them ring. The bass note is still ringing at that point. So let me back up and you can see how this ending works. Here's the B7 chord. And we can get the harmonics out in time. If you take advantage of the open strings, as soon as you pluck these E's, your hand can be working its way right up here to the 12th fret. And on a standard classical guitar, once your hand hits the body, the 12th fret should be right under your finger there. 4th finger or 3rd finger. And you can get those harmonics out right on the beat. And that's a look at Vals by Bartolomé Calatuyud from his Quattro Piezas Facilis para Guitarra, 4 easy pieces for the guitar. I hope you enjoyed this video. I thank you for tuning in today and watching it. And if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for more classical guitar related videos. I hope to see you again here soon in the Classical Guitar Practice Room. Until next time, I've been James Caldwell.